Today though, everything has been processed and we are going to play Legacy Monored Prison, which includes 4 Pyrogoyf, which is sort of based, and 4 mountains.
He's a phenomenal control player.
Holy shit, enchantment, frame on my blood moons, Legacy Arc now for Eternal Weekend, more so for the showcase challenge on Sunday. Is this still hard testing? No, today we're playing the secret deck in a Legacy League, so there's nothing hard about it. I think I'll mulligan this hand because I'm on the draw and I deploy a Chrome Mox and a top land and a Vexing Bauble, and then what? Well, I guess I can Fury. My opponent plays a creature, I mulligan 6. But the Fury would require me pitching. I don't know. Seems pretty bad, I think. I think we can do better. Does this do better? I don't. No. But I don't think I want to go to 5. I guess I'll be still hoping to just draw into a soul land. Fury plus Vexing Bubble combination. This is a bit rough, but I think that's why I'll put back the Fury. It's not too bad though, then like Fury is better cast than it is summoned with Evoke, so. Oh, basic Plains Guide of Souls. Holy shit, I wish I kept my Fury. Useless Moon. Alright, I'll play the Vexing Bauble. Bro, this is just Boros energy. And I put back a Fury. Now I feel so silly. Mardu energy. Staff of the Storyteller. Sure. Holy guacamole. I guess Staff of the Storyteller with Ocelot Pride. There's so many counters on this. What do I think about blue, red, white, control and modern? It's good, it's fine. I think probably it's not like incredible or anything. We'll play the Sundering Eruption and then the question arises, do I want to hold Fury or use it? Use Fury is a little bit weak, but if this ever puts 2 counters onto anything, my Fury is useless. So let's Fury now. Trapped or hitting Source to Plowshares. Trapped or hitting Source to Plowshares would be a huge problem for me if I hadn't played a Fury, so I'll play it. Specifically because of that. Caracas. Another Guide of Souls. Okay, so I guess the plan is to special summon the Onion Ring. And keep deploying Volcanic Fissures. It used to be that Modo kinda made everything darker when you played. You top land and ask you for a decision. Now it doesn't do that, kind of sad. This is literally modern but with Fury. Pyrogoyf, Chrome Mox, Soul Lands. Unless you mean the board state specifically, in which case, yeah. Oh, what do we do now if I draw? It's all but rough. Can draw and then fling my ring at the Guide of Souls. Probably have to draw. It's another creature artifact. I could also attack, tap ring, throw it at the Bowmeister, which kind of sets me up the best, because then I have 4 cards and I have another ring. Yeah, that sounds good. I assume this is sorcery, not sorcery speed. Oh, I only draw 1 card, of course, because I sacrificed the ring before it put a counter on itself. So I guess that makes it a bit worse. I assumed I'll get 2 cards. I haven't had that interaction coming in a while, but this is pretty okay still. What's the round you get your third loss, the one we sat next to each other? Da Vinci, I can't remember. I don't think so. Sacrifice the army. 2 damage, that makes sense. In that case, let's draw a Fury. Because he seemed pissed off. I don't know. Okay, let's maybe keep this. If I draw a Soul Land, he can deal 3 damage to the Bombardier. So, at first, during the RC, Mr. Da Vinci was playing right next to me, and then he greeted me and said something to me, but frankly, at first, I did not realize it was a person I know, so I just had to go through my memory of whether I've seen you before, which took a while. Pyrogoyf is a really good draw for 5. So maybe that played into that. Can deal 4 damage. Maybe I kill Guide of Souls. This can deal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage to me. I go to 3. We have to kill a Bombardiero, I think. We take damage from the Guide of Souls, but we take so much more damage from the Bombardiero. Thankfully, this doesn't grow to a 5 power creature. Milan might be holding Bowmeisters, but can I beat that realistically? No, I die to Bowmeister, so let's just draw. Another Pyrogoyf is very nice. Kill and murder. So I do have to win next turn, right? Or draw another ring. Which might be challenging, or might require another Pyrogoyf. Or maybe my opponent will start to Plowshares my Pyrogoyf. Nice. There's Eternal Weekend in December in Prague. And there is also the next Modern RC in Prague, and I can also draw Bombardiers, yeah. In January. Play the Bombardiers to sacrifice the ring, so... It didn't seem like I had Bowmasters. Will Titan be good without the ring? Holy shit. That's one of the more blatant Bantoks ever. I have to tell you though, Swords to Plowshares is not very good against the One Ring. Generally. Could moon them. I think I'll just play Fable. Take 3. If they will eventually draw the Repo Masters, I'll cry and die, but hopefully that's not gonna happen. That said, I have not been particularly inspired to play Modern lately. I play against a shit ton of energy, not much else. And energy sideboard cards are pretty good against Amulet now. They began to run Orim's Chant and the new, well, relatively new, we have a new set since Duskmorn, but the new Duskmorn card, Exercise, that's a huge problem. And then, you know, the whole ring thing. Holy shit, I guess I die. Unless I draw something with my bubble. Or I can hit it with Laelia. Can hit a ring with Laelia. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. Oh, there's Caracas for Laelia, that's true, that doesn't work. Good point. Caracas. So I guess Cycling Bobble it is. Nice. Probably will just not draw the new ring at all to be comfortable. This game would have been so much harder if my opponent hadn't gained me, what, 7, 9 life? With the Onion Ring. Also, the only energy card we've seen out of their deck was Guide of Souls, so it's interesting. Johnny na Kalpariach. Dobra. Draw all this stuff. Caracasa Johnny, infinite cuts. That's just crazy. Fortunately, that's still 4 toughness, so we can Fury all of that. I want to discard anything? No, because that's not the chapter the Fable was on. Let's play Magus of the Moon. Opponent is fetching a Scrablan in response, okay. And then we have Kiki Fury. So just want to make sure that we're not flipping Ayani. And I want to make sure that I do not die to top deck Bombardiers, which deals 4 damage. I need to double block it. So if I leave 3 blockers, I do block it. Alright. Seems like we're safe. All things considered. Duro. Monster Kado. Assume you can sacrifice itself. Another creature artifact, yeah. Here, villain, split the damage however you want. I am multi-blocking and I am exposing myself to The new Foundation multi-blocking rules. Absolutely shaking me. Cabal Therapy. Oh no, they named Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Holy shit, it's Cabal Therapy, Ajani Cabal Therapy. That's crazy. It's like the best play. Can draw Pyrogoyf to kill them. Okay, this kills them. Commandore Bombardiero. Okay, we are up against Mardu Energy. Pyroblast, not interested. Red Elemental Blast, same. Ghost Vacuum, not really. Faerie Macabre, not really. Obsidian Charmaw, no. Fiery Confluence, perhaps. They have creatures and artifacts. It seems like mooning them is kind of weak, as is vexing bobbling them actually, so maybe you're gonna cut bobbles for free Fiery Confluentia and a dragon or a Ghost Vacuum. Anti-Cabal Therapy. Moon is pretty weak as well. Let's play 5 mana dragons over moons. Magus at least has powers and toughness. Holy shit, found nice emote. Where do you get them from, chat? How do you learn of the various emotes' existence? Maybe grind Ghost Vacuum over to Magus of the Moon. Other Twitch channels mostly makes you wonder. How did they learn about them? How did they discover them? So we go Mountain, Ghost Vacuum on the draw. I don't like that. Sounds too weak. So here we have Fury on the draw. I like that. We put back Charmaw for being the worst card in my deck. Oh, Pyrogoyf already a 1/2 monster. Let's play the Sundering Eruption. What's the text on Eruption exactly? Creatures without flying can't block this turn. This is actually pretty insane for this deck to have such an effect available. Alright chat, this turn is proof that all they need to do in Modern is to unban Fury and everything is gonna be okay. You want to keep the Pyrogoyf or the Confluence? Probably the Pyrogoyf, right? It's gonna be a 2/3. Maybe I should ditch the land. Probably I should. Simian. Mam miał 2 czwóreczki, teraz fajne. But in case of Wasteland, keeping more lands seems sensible. They did not reveal Wasteland game 1, but very well could. And I think I'm more likely to die if I get my mana disrupted than running out of spells with Ring in play, hand. Can Magus of the Moon their plateau, but that sounds not very productive. Can play the Onion Ring or just Pyrogoyf this again. Let's go the ring. Zaczarowany pierścień, o, nieraz skastuje se takie ego. Oh, Scrabland is getting tapped. They pinged their own Guide of Souls. Now it's growing. I need another Fury. It's crazy. I'm gonna Pyrogoyf the Bowmeister. Draw a City of Traitors and I guess play the Magus. And now we can comfortably tap City of Traitors and Ancient Tomb for red mana, which is convenient, while my opponent doesn't have access to Orcish Bowmeister anymore. Well, it's pretty convenient overall. We have to find a way to beat this Guide of Souls, and then we're gonna be ready to rumble. Although we do take 5 and my opponent probably shoots my monster. Shatterskull smashing is 4 damages. Duro.
He's a phenomenal control player.
Well met.
I think we'll rather play Fable and Sundering. Next turn I'll smashing 2 monsters. Smash or pass. Oh, order, because Ancient Tomb is damage, it's not life loss, so I wasted 2 life points. Because if I play Ring first, then I can tap my Ancient Tomb and don't take life loss. Well, damage, not life loss. Life loss is a result of damage. If you play City, you can kill both. 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8. Yes, that's because of the 6 or more text. But we're gonna kill them next turn. I guess the issue is if my opponent kills my stuff with the Bombardier now, but will they? Maybe just ditch the Spirit Guide. Spirit Guide can save me 2 life. Maybe don't even pitch it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, I need 8 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can need to keep the Spirit Guide, and it's not about saving me 2 life. I have miscounted. Maybe ditch the Magus and then... Well, the Magus is not so bad. With cuts off their top decks later on. It's better than a land. I kind of have like... I have Fable plus Pyrogoyf plus the ring if I need to start tapping it. I think I just... Well, I meant to keep my cards, but... Inadvertently I actually had it checked. Selected, so... This is a... because we are choosing 6 or more, so we have to... Just deal 6 to each, as it twice. I guess this is slightly reasonable for them to have Bowmeister in their hand right now, given how the game went, so we can play around that. I feels like my spot is pretty good otherwise. Although they are summoning a 5 mana card. Perhaps. 4 of Eorlingas. Let's see. It does make sense that such a card is in their deck. Let's play Magus of the Moon over Ghost Vacuum Grindy. Seems preferable, and let's submit. Oh, piano proitativo, thank you. Not thank you, hello. I've been primed into thinking that a message in the chat equals a subscription, but that is not the case. Not necessarily. Let's mulligan this, as my hand seems to suck. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. So I can keep 5 cards. So I keep 2 lands and probably 2 free drops. What do I keep as an extra? Probably the Fury. I think it's gonna be the easiest to use and it's gonna be good if I flood. You lovely epic 80s horror references in Duskmorn, bro. Same. It's just wow. Incredible. Ghostbusters. So good. Alright, so I propose deploying Laelia. Getting her plowed and die. Sounds good to me. Like, she's not as good on the next turn because she's good at finding mana for the Pyrogoyf, but only if she sticks. Also, Lizard Face, no space, thank you very much for the sub. Very nice. Well met. That's it. Will there be plowing? Alright, I'll probably play Pyrogoyf on the Ocelot Bride. Or whatever, I flip off Laelia, so let's just move to combat, see if I get plowed beginning of combat. I will not. So, presumably, Orkishly Bowmeistered. This is what's gonna happen. In which case, I can play the Magus. And then opponent is gonna flash the Orcish Bowmeister. I can Fury, or do I need to though? Seems good not to waste a card. The card is pretty okay. And I think I can save Fury. Or when my opponent plays a Vexing Bobble and I cry, but... Oh, Wasteland. Broadside Bombardiers. It's good to save Fury then for that. I'll throw the token at my Magus. Let's attack with the Camellia. And probably deploy. Alright, I guess I'll play the ring then. Spitch Pyrogoyf as it's small. Demolish my opponent's board of Mardu monsters. Enduro Cardo. Now I can tap Ancient Tomb and not take damage. Actually, I can't untap it. I wanted to tap untap to flaunt my ability in front of my opponent's face, but I guess it still deals the damage that just gets prevented. Can you attack with Bombardiers and second main evoke Fury and sack it to Bombardiers? That is a legal play, yeah. I think I prefer mine still, but it does let you hit villain quite hard. Here I just want to see what I flip with Laelia before I draw the onion ring. Maybe I even pastel the upkeep. Like, I think the only dangerous thing is Bowmeister. Okay. We saved much life this way. Disciples of OST. Holy shit, chat. Any disciples of Sacred Lands? No. Dark Prophecy fans in the chat? Anyone has played this GIGA based game? Guess plow is a problem maybe on the Bombardiers. Didn't have play land then first. Six. Let's just make sure I don't die. Seems very easy to die with this deck. When you don't want to, you just kind of die. Mono-red cube monsters, indeed. But let's draw now, because drawing is actually good for adding 6 mana for Bombardieros. I guess we can just cast the Fiery Confluence, which I drew, so I didn't have it in my hand. But it does deal 6 damage to villain. This is indeed very cube. So I think attack first, then Fiery Confluence. I'll flip the other one. Value. So we can die to something. But that would involve plowing their own creature, which it seemed like he didn't have plow for ages. Also, it seemed like villain's deck did not include Flash, and I think Flash would be pretty excellent against my deck. What do we think, chat? Mountain Pass into Ancient Tomb, Magus into Bombardiers. It's a bit weak. I think we can mulligan it. Neither it does anything turn 1, nor is it just good at all. Nature 1 Magus. I cast Chrome Mox. I exile Fury. I put Magus of the Moon into play. Opponent successfully mana screwed. Perhaps. Mox Opal. Magus of the Moon not so good. I should have led with Vexing Bubble. Turns out. Holy shit, I love close deckless legacy. Experience of randomly choosing between Magus of the Moon and Vexing Bubble, and then your opponent turns out to be a deck with Veil of Summer, so perhaps they could just sidestep Vexing Bubble anyways. You can cast Veil and then your spells can be countered, so you can just keep casting them through the bubble trigger. So they cast a Ritual, now they're pondering. So there is a chance they wave, they only just cast an Echo of Eon, so they draw 7 new cards, but they don't necessarily draw anything with Windows. Besiege the Mirror, that probably means death, so show me how exactly, my friend, and okay, just besiege into Tendrils. Fair. Tendrils of Agony. Storm 10. How fitting. Oh, Chaos Will and Storm something in their hands. Now we know. So I guess they do rely on casting the Echo Beyonds a portion of the time. Does Moon do anything? Fury doesn't do anything. Unless they have some sneaky sideboard card. Fiery Confluence is 6 damage. The Graveyard Hades. It's not so good because you don't often have the opportunity to hit Echo Vions. We would need a Trinisphere of or something of that sort. Ring doesn't do much most of the time. Well, so it doesn't seem like it's free for them to have an alternative kill that's not tendrils, and it does stop tendrils, so I'm imagining that it is not so bad. Have approached the second sun, I understand that, but it did not seem like in the spot that happened in the last game it would have been trivial for them to approach me. They just kind of barely got to 10 storm and killed me, right? So they have some alternative way to get 10,000 mana very easily. If not, I will happily just play a ring and accept that it's a quarter of a fog. Or a quarter of a time walker. However we want to frame that. They drew gaze well, I guess that's true. But even then, like, it's casting approach twice, that's just so much, like, I don't know. They didn't play the artifacts, I assume they don't have any because my deck is a Vexing Bubble deck. Next turn we deal 6 and then we kill them, so pretty fast hand. But next turn has to happen first. Pitch Abrupt Decay, alright. That said, I guess you could argue for a red card over Ring. Like maybe the Magus and over one of the rings. Like if I play a ring, I also draw cards to do something, right? It's kind of nice. Alright, if I don't die on turn 1, we have a Vexing Bubble and then a red Elemental Blast to stop them. But again, like, the issue is we don't have good cards in the deck. Not that we don't have space to bring them all right. Plenty of bad cards left in my deck. Lawrence 8 Diamond. Okay. Is Ghost Vacuum just bad against them? I assumed so, but maybe they're more reliant on Gaia's Will than I thought. Under City Sewers. Brainstorm. Warhammer 40k Brainstorm. Play fetch first, cast Brainstorm. Damn. Sewer, but I hardly know her. Good point, always make sure you Nowhere. Went sewer. What would you suggest for a player who wants to start playing Legacy? I would suggest for them to take a few deep breaths and go for a walk and then clear up their mind, and maybe you're gonna get rid of silly ideas. Fair. Alternatively, see a therapist if you cannot handle the thoughts yourself. Faerie Macabre is probably better. The question is if you reliably have priority to exile Echo of the Ends from the graveyard. I don't. And with the Onion Ring, I can draw into cards that will kill them if the game slows down because of Vexing Bubble. Or I can just throw the ring at them with the Goblin. Broadside Bombardiers. So this is all of that combined made me think that I would rather have Onion Rings rather than Graveyard Hate. Because most of the time they will crack LED flashback their spell instantly. They kept on top, yet they passed. Just puzzling. Unfortunately, I deal 2 damage to them, so... Do they have basic lands in their deck? It's actually possible that they don't, right? Which makes it interesting to sunder their Eruption. What did they keep on top? They just passed. We don't have mana for anything. What is this deck called? Storm? Doesn't even exist. Ad nauseam tendrils? Probably not it. No, well, 1 besiege. We are playing against 4 besiege, I think. The Epic Storm. The Epic Storm. Holy shit, that name is always so funny. Free Swamp, that's not what we're playing against. I'll keep up my Red Elemental Blast. Oh, red. What is that? Upgrade on my Magus? Okay. Can't blast that. Actually can't. Like, I could Pyroblast, but I can't. Fairy Bee Blast. Well of Summer. It's fucked up. What am I supposed to do now? Well, so I guess I can't draw anything, so it's just resolves. Red Elemental Blast. Trigger? Yeah. Trigger. Should have erupted the Mortuary, I guess. Then they would have killed the Vexing Bubble and then killed me anyway, so I actually couldn't have done anything. Song of Creation, pitch to Chrome Mox. Gamble for the draw 7. Well, maybe they will whiff. They have 7 cards but only 2 mana. Did you miss RC story time? You did not. I went to Lille. I played 7 rounds on Saturday. I went for free. That was it. I came back home. Guess I can't do anything, so I could just F6, yeah. Lille kind of mid of a city. Lille is pretty rough. There is barely anything there. It's non-trivial to find a restaurant to go to eat after the day of strenuous playing. What did I play? I played Phoenix. It was okay. First round, I played a feature match.
He's a phenomenal control player.
Afterwards,
Hi
I
Canny,
wasn't good
what's
enough
your
to
opinion on Brood
be
Scales
called into that
combo?
space for much longer. Within the first 2 rounds of the tournament, both of my opponents casually just attacked me with Hazret with more than one card in hand, which made me love paper magic. Yes, 15 lands, Bushwalk, 2 elves. I was skimping on lands a bit. Split a turn 1 Onion Ring. Vexing Bubble feels pretty bad so far, honestly. Doesn't really do anything. Because it's kind of inconvenient to play. Like, you can't really play it and another spell in one turn so easily, so you just kind of spend a turn playing that, and against Storm it just was irrelevant. Maybe Moon, so I can play lands. City of Traitors. So I think attacks and probe is the secret testing account of mental_misstep. Perhaps. It makes plenty of sense with this. End of turn brainstorm. Seems like opponent is new to Legacy. The best brainstorms are the ones you never play. Holy shit. They probably don't have more than one of each basic, so my next turn is gonna be Sundering Eruption. Oh, or is it? Probably not gonna be Sundering Eruption, but if it is, I probably hit the swamp so that they can reanimate. Because it seems like I can beat cantrips, but I might die to a reanimation spell on the troll. And Sundering Eruption is gone. Can play the Bombardiers. Let's go with Laelia. Nice mountain. Chat, have you ever triggered Laelia's ability in a manner different than attacking with her? Whenever one or more cards are put into exile from your library and or your graveyard, put a counter on Laelia. So I guess it's not that impossible. Just exile a card from your graveyard, but somehow I don't think that ever happened to me in a game. Merktide, that sounds sensible. Fleck. Ew. Dawaj, bo maestra mi na pizdę. Let's make this game closer. Kanister wins. Okay. Maybe let's cut Vexing Bubble for not doing anything, and let's play 4 Pyroblast because they also kill the frog. And we can board the Macabre and Ghost Cam. Probably cut Fury. Faerie Macabre and the Cyborg pumps Laelia. That's crazy and true. It really does. Maybe one moon. Or maybe one Magus because Moon is pretty... Actually, I don't know if it's more sticky. It also would make sense to play like 2 Furies, maybe. No, I have the Pyrogoyf for that role. Oh, big goes Vacuum. And now it's gone. What a hand. You can't reanimate anything and you can't Psychic Frog me, brother, so it's just over. Tamiyo or Nethergoyf maybe, but I think I'll just play the Ghost Vacuum. Psychic Frog. Psychic Frog is gone. Wonder. Time to remove your Psychic Frog. I think I can just play City of Traitors, losing 4 life when I'm about to resolve Ring is maybe unnecessary. And I don't want to play into Dazer. Can discard the Faerie Macabre. Let's not get Dazer. Interesting. Guess Moon is pretty bad. Fullek kurva to blechu. This villain consigning to memory. They are... Good Moon now. We'll let that happen. Entomb discarded. That's fine, let's... Moon. You can let them draw 1 card. Sounds fine. Pyrogoyf a 5/6 monster. Pow. I cast Force of Negotiation. Okay, they don't force, so it's gonna be an easy victory now. Days, perhaps. Oh, now you force. It's cool. Holy shit. They actually drew the swamp. Kanister wins the match. Okay, I like seeing that. Let's look at our hand. In Chrome Mox and play top land. That is not good. Opponent has been last seen 8 days ago playing Eldrazi. Eldrazi doesn't really do anything on turn 1, right? Well, it can with Lotus Petal. Second Lotus Petal, Glaring Flashraker. It's pretty good. Huh. Okay, let's keep for the Lulz then. Of course, maybe it's just a different deck, but... We have the Onion Ring afterwards. And Broadside Bombardiers. Windswept Heath. This could be some sort of a... Depths deck. I played Blood Moon over Magus to avoid Plains STP. Tropical Islands, maybe Nadu. I'll be assuming it is Nadu. Bring Pyroblast over Vexing Bobble. And submit. Is Nadu in Legacy a Saga deck? Does it run Shuko? It probably doesn't. It's probably just relying on the Encore tribes. Usually just 4 nomads on core. What if you don't draw it? Holy shit, chat, I opened Arena only to learn that Monstrous Rage is banned in Alchemy. Okay. Literally unnerfable. 0-1. Phew. Fixed Nadu. Whenever a creature you control becomes target of a spell or ability, reveal the top card. Otherwise, this ability triggers only twice each turn. It's actually happening twice per turn. Chat, they fixed magic. Skip. If it's Nadu breakfast, you might want Grave Hate. That is fair. We are going to find out soon. Maybe Fable? Seems like a good setup card. Can discard Sundering Eruption and maybe Laelia next turn. Or maybe keep Laelia, we'll see what I draw. I will keep Laelia for sure. Unless I draw a good free drop. Delightful Halfling. Well, I guess I will actually discard Laelia. Can draw some bangers. Like Magus of the Moon. That's good. Should I maybe kill the Halfling instantly? I guess I will not. I'll play my Chrome Mox. The punishment for not killing Halfling is if they had the nomads or if they have the 4th land and they'll draw nomads. I think that's not giga likely to happen. In fact, it is somewhat unlikely. plowing my Laelia. Understandable, bro. I will do the same. Let's play the One Ring then. Get forced. Don't care, I have an extra one. Not do. Oh, chat. I guess we can normal summon it. Pow. Remember Fireflux squad, chat? For some time, people insisted on running this in Mono Red Prison as the threat alongside Rebel Master. Nomad's Encore mailed. Holy shit, we're 3-1. Indexing bubble is also like it doesn't work in however matchup, so it's, you can't use that as an excuse to not run it. In fact, it's even worse. You can pitch Chalice to not Chalice. You can pitch Blast to Fury and Chrome Mox, but you can't pitch your Wingsick Bumble. Took my Mox. Days check. No nie. Miał dazik. Now it's a bit of a chapel. While we fought, the ill surrendered. Bros, fuck the ill. For surrendering. It feels like Archon of Cruelty is going to beat me, so I will concede the game. And we're gonna move on to the sideboarded game where I will not die to it. That's the best idea that comes to my mind. Okay, my deck feels less powerful now than it did just a minute ago. I sure hope I will not get wastelanded. Well, that's not a wasteland. So maybe Magus, because it's weaker later and good now. I entomb. Push. Push is fine. Have a swamp, so I guess Magus is that much worse. And they're summoning a Coral of Doom. Big issue. Big troll and a big issue, chat. In which case I'm running out the onion ring. Free mana, Pyrogoyf. I wasn't ready for that. Marvelous follow-up to Troll of Khazad-dûm. Bombardiers is pretty nice though. Force of Will is not nice though. The life loss from Ancient Tombs is pretty crazy here, but as well as the Sundering Eruptions, the lines can be a bit problematic. I guess I would just like to draw 3 Chrome Moxes. They pitched Force of Will, 2 Force of Will. How big is this? 5, 6. I guess mine is the same size always, so that's good to know. Can only single spell, which I guess that's my fate. Barrow down the Troll of Khazad-dûm and chum block the Pyrogoyf. In Pyrogoyf then Faerie, but then I can't block the Troll of Khazad-dûm. Fail push is sort of lethal as well. As many instants, there's 1 sorcery, 2 lands, 1 artifact. So maybe if I remove this and this, I gain life. There's 2 sorceries. Fuck me, bros. I even checked twice. Oh no, I just exiled a Force of Will over there, reanimate. Well, I meant to hit the sorcery, I miss. Let's say I miss. I do actually seriously need to check my side again and get new glasses, because I think the sharpness with which I see things is a bit lower than I would like it to. But I think this was not a sight problem, but a mental one. Holy shit, we can actually win with those draws. Will I ever play Osu on stream? Probably not. This is a 4-5 and it gets to a 4-6 when I throw an artifact at it, so we kill it. 5-6 even, not 4-6 of course. Fulek, zaraz pójdziesz do karcera. Wiesz, tam siedział zamknięty na miesiąc następny. Gnolu. O kurwa. Holy shit, did they brainstorm this or? They did cast brainstorm last turn. Well, that's pretty solid. This is what? Well, can I read the text of the card maybe? They did not cast it. How come? Why didn't they cast their monster with Miracle? So that's pretty good to cast it if you just get your Pyrogoyf, right? Maybe it was a force of will type situation. Soup Mr. Streamer. Hello, Mr. Duct Tape. What should I do? Because I could play Ghost Vacuum. Could kill Swamp or Island. Probably better to kill Swamp. Could play Fable. I think it's the most sensible to play the Ghost Vacuum. Consign to Memory. Curious. I win this game if my opponent had successfully miracled the Metamorphosis Fanatic and returned a life-linking throw of Khazad Doom? Perhaps not. Black, red, red. They also could have replicated their consign to memory, yet they opted not to do that for no reason. Did I not exile anything with my vacuum? Holy guacamole, I lost value. Eruption, your swamp. Shoot the sheriff. Throw it at you. No, I have to be careful not to tap my Ancient Tube ever. Psychic Frog. Kanister wins. Curious. I do one Vexing Bubble on the draw. Over a moon, maybe. The moon seems kind of mildly useful. Not crucial. We have Faerie Macabre, we can kill all the frogs my opponent will ever play. The only hole in my plan is if my opponent Pyrogoyf's Wasteland. Probably gonna cycle the troll. Still, I think I'll just run out the Shatterskull tapped. Get it out of the way, and I'm fine with the trade for a Wasteland. Because they can't frog next turn. Swamp. Thoughtseize. Alright. What do I think about Stifle Knot? Not much. Actually, I spent like roughly no time thinking about that deck. It's fringe enough that I rarely played against it in my legacy adventures, and it doesn't seem particularly important in the meta game. Like, are there decks that are actually very weak against the 12-12? Eldrazi maybe? I guess my deck is. except for the entire chain rings into... Well, I guess I can't do all that much against it. Can't rely on drawing another red for countering a Force of Will, so be unfortunate. Punished. Not really. Punished by Ancient Tomb, costing me 2 life, I guess. Now I can hold up Pyroblast when I draw my next red threat. Definitely taking the opportunity to trade for a card. It's getting worse for me. What's my pick for Eternal Weekend? Probably gonna be dictated by what cards I have access to rather than by what I want to play. I have no legacy cards, so currently I have access to Underground Seas, so some kind of a blue-black deck. If I were unrestrained fully, I probably would also do that. Blue decks in Legacy are perpetually giga broken and the best, so no reason to ever play anything else really. Although I do find this deck extremely cool. This got 2 lands, I don't need more lands. Fable again. Push by push. We are draining our opponent out of resources. The issue is that soon they'll cast a 6 mana Metamorphosis Fanatic. But that's fine. Is that yet another push? That's crazy. I guess it's not that crazy, they probably play 4. Good thing multiple blue-black decks are very good in Legacy right now. Froginator, blue-black tempo, and Doomsday smiley face. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Although I will not play Doomsday because it's way too pretentious for me, for my tastes. Is it consigned to memory? Wait, that means my saga goes to the graveyard? Damn. Sad. On the other hand, we kill them, so... Whoa, this is actually so crazy. We deal 18 damage with just the triggers alone, and then we attack. Because the Pyrogoyfs see each other. This is incredible. Alright, Vexing Bubble does suck. Let's cut it. And let's play for Pyroblast main.